Hey folks, this is Nick Amos with the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank, back with another short link to feed training video. Today we're going to discuss a couple of tools that you can use to manage your CSFP clients list. This is related to reporting but not quite reporting, which is why we wanted to break it out into a separate video. And these tools are very easy to use, so this will be a fairly short video. And this is related to CSFP clients, so if you do not distribute CSFP product, then you can go ahead and tune out at this point. This will only be things that CSFP organizations will see. So if you are a CSFP organization, when you pull up your link to feed account and you're at the dashboard screen, as I am here, if you go over here to the navigation pane and click clients, you're going to see some options there. You're not going to see as many options as I have here, but I want to call your attention down to these bottom two, which you will see, and that is CSFP clients and CSFP kit issuance. And you can call these reports or lists or just productivity tools. So we will first go over CSFP clients, and then we'll get into the kit issuance, a little more involved, the kit issuance, but I think more useful as well. So as you have your drop down list here, you click CSFP clients, and we're going to get taken to this screen, which has a list of all of our CSFP clients. If they are enrolled at your organization as a CSFP client, they will appear on this list. You'll get quite a bit of information about them: first name, last name, their status change date, and their location is going to be your location. You'll also get their phone number and their email. So how is this list useful? You'll see above status, I've got a little drop down box, and I click that, and I have some choices. I have everything, or I have active, suspended, waiting list, or inactive. So I'm going to click active, and that filters my list. So now I only have a list of my active clients. And up here at the top right, we have some tools to extract this information. I can copy it to I can export it to a CSV file. That's a spreadsheet. So I click that. You'll see down here it's downloading. I can click on that and open that. Or I could see it in print view. You see it's going to open my print options, and I could send that to my printer. I have a list of the first and last name and the status and the phone number and email of all of my active clients. And I could do that for all my clients, or maybe I want to see just my wait list clients or my inactive clients. So say I have an inactive client and I want to bring them back to active. I don't know if you can see in the video. I think you can. As I hover my mouse pointer over any of these clients, they go from black to blue. And so all of these rows here of clients are hyperlinks that will take you, if you click on it, it's going to take you straight to that client file, and you can navigate there. I picked a bad one because that one requires merging. Let's go back and try this again. We will try. We'll try me. I'm in here. How about that? And it's going to take me straight to this client's profile, and I'm inactive, and I need to recertify a profile reviews required. So you see I'm on my CSFP tab, and I can change the status from inactive to active. I can have the client sign again, all those things that you normally do if you were to just go to dashboard, have, you know, search for client by name, Baker, Joe, all those there. So just as if you were going to access it via the normal way, But once we're in our CSFP clients list, I can access any of these clients just by clicking on them. That's helpful if you needed to go in and change some information or change the status for any of your clients. It's a consolidated way to sort of dip into the client profile of any of your CSFP clients. So, recapping CSFP clients, why is this list beneficial? We can sort by status. We can get an export of our information either to a spreadsheet or print a copy. And we can access the client profile of any one of our clients from this list just by clicking on it. So those are the two primary functions of the CSFP clients tool. We're going to look at now the other CSFP report, which is CSFP kit issuance. And you'll see this format here looks very similar to if we're building a report in the reports section, the previous video that we posted on reporting. So first I have to choose my date range. I will say this about the kit issuance report. This is going to be most beneficial if you're running it for a single month, and it's going to be most beneficial if you're just running it for the month that you're in. So let me give you the example there. Got to choose my dates. Today is March 26th, so I'm going to start date of March 1st. End date for this report is today. So I've selected my date range. Now my next box, I just have to check mark next to my organization name. You only have one option there, so you just put the check mark. Now down here, this household visits section is where we get to really dictate what we're going to see. I have three options here. The default is to see the clients that have not visited, or I could see all my clients, or I could see my clients that have visited this month. And I think the most useful way to implement this tool is to leave it on only clients with no visits. And I create my list. So this is showing me everybody that's a CSFP client at my organization that has not picked up their box during this reporting period. I get their ID, their status, their name, any proxies they might have, their recertification date, their phone number, and you see none of these have visit dates because they haven't visited during my reporting period, which is what we chose in the setup section there. I get a lot of information about my clients here. You'll see these aren't hyperlinks. I can click on any of these and it's not going to take me to their profile. That's one of the major differences with the previous report that we talked about. Any of these column headers I can sort with. I like to sort by status. That way I get my active clients first, and I get my wait list clients, my inactive, my suspended, all grouped together. So I get this list, I can see, who am I going to call to say, hey, you're going to come pick up your box. And then I could look and see those folks on my wait list to say, hey, we have a box this month, can you come pick it up? Things like that. That's how this report is very useful. So the number one way that this report is useful is to see who is a CSFP client of my organization that has not picked up their box this month, if that's the date range that I choose. And I got their information here so I can contact them and ask them if they're coming in to pick up the box. If not, I can go down and look at my wait list clients and ask them if they want to come in and pick up a box. So up top here, I'm going to show you some of these export options, which is the other beneficial feature of this report. I can copy this information. That would allow me to paste it into a Word document or something like that. Don't recommend it. CSFP, that's going to give me a spreadsheet of just this information here. Mail merge is another different format of a spreadsheet. I don't recommend it. I don't think you have a tremendous need for it. Print view, just gonna click that one and show you what we get there. I just get a printable version, very stripped down, so you're not using your color ink, things like that. So it's a very stripped down, simplistic way of presenting that report that you could then print off. And this very last one here is the other beneficial use of this kit issuance report, a signature sheet. So I click on that and it's just going to give me another spreadsheet, but on that spreadsheet I have a column for signatures. So if I were to generate my spreadsheet with all my clients that haven't picked up for the month, and then I get my spreadsheet and I print it off, I've got a list of all my clients with a space for their signature on a consolidated one sheet of paper. That way, if you are one of those organizations that collects hard copy signatures, you're delivering your CSFP boxes to apartment complexes and things like that. So there's something in the way that you do your work that prevents you from capturing digital signatures. Then you have a consolidated way to get a signature sheet and print that off and use that to capture the signatures for the month for all your clients. I will reiterate, as I normally do when we get into the signature discussion, if you can capture digital signatures, I encourage you to do so. It's a time saver for you, because then you don't have to bother with sending in your pieces of paper to the food bank. So digital signatures is always the preference, but there are those situations, I know, especially you've got deliveries, things like that, where you're not able to capture digital signatures. I just wanted to show you on this report, you can make a report for all your clients that haven't visited for the month, and you've got a nice little way to print off a signature sheet to capture their signatures on a single piece of paper, rather than having multiple pieces of paper for each client that receives a box. And that is it for the CSFP reporting sort of workshop here. These aren't reports. That's one other thing as we're wrapping up here to remind you of. They're not in the reports section. They behave very much like a simple report, but they are not in the reports section. They are under the clients section. And so you'll see them there. CSFP clients, CSFP kit issuance. And we're able to sort our clients by status on the clients report. We're able to dip into individual client profiles very dynamically from the CSFP clients report. Kit issuance is going to give us a way to generate a real consolidated list of clients that have not picked up for the month. We could print off a signature sheet, or we can very quickly view their contact information, so we can contact them by status, active wait list, all that, to see if they could come in and pick up their boxes when we're, especially when we're nearing the end of the month, trying to get those boxes out the door into client hands during that month time frame. I'll say one other thing about this report. So you've got, I went over with you clients with no visits. So you may think, what could I do with clients that have visited? For me, that's just a way to see, that's a temperature check at any point during the month, real consolidated way to see how many folks have picked up a box this month. You can check in and see how you're doing, see if things are on track for the month. But that's basically it. Very simple, very few parameters that you're going to be selecting. Just date, you just check that box as you always do. So you're really here only selecting date range, and I'm always suggesting do it month to date of the month you're in. And do I want to see the folks that haven't been yet, or do I want to see the folks that have already picked up? And those are your basic choices there. Alright, that is it for CSFP reporting tools as found under the Clients tab in the navigation pane. Like I said, fairly short little training video. Those are fairly simple but really powerful ways to monitor how you're doing in terms of your box distributions. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back with other videos here shortly during the week. So if you have anything that you're struggling with in terms of link to feed, you can let your PSC know, you can let me know, and we will address it in one of these short little videos. That way we can share the knowledge across everybody. It's a great way to maximize our time there by answering your questions so that everybody can hear the answer. All right, once again, thank you, and we will talk to you next time.